Well, Midora Deku is someone who never abandons his comrades, even when that comrade is a douche, jackass, idiot, or some kind of, well, I wouldn't say sociopath, but almost close. In the Boku no Hero chapter 79, we he was saved by Midora Deku was saved by Shoji, who explained that the quirk of Tomoyoromi Dark Shadow is going out of control, and we see his wound. We also and it turns out it's not a it's not exactly a flesh wound, but at the same time it's not life threatening for him either. His quirk, Shoji's quirk, replicant arms or whatever, allows him to replicate arms which can be used as dolls, dolls, meaning that even if it is cut off, it can simply regrow itself. Now, if it would have been his real arm that is attached to his clone arms or whatever, then it would have been dangerous. Still, Tokuyama or Dark Shadow couldn't bear that, and that made him lose control of Dark Shadow. It may also have been the regrets that he couldn't help his friend. And now the only way to calm it down is probably by utilizing a strong light. And now Tokuyama and Dark Shadow is basically like a monster, rampaging, and this is more dangerous than the villains. So Shoji says to Midora he can let him go and he can save his friends while he distracts Dark Shadow, or he can save Tokuyama with him here right now. He asks what Deku will do, and Midora just answers. Elsewhere, back on the Tetsu Tetsu and Kuruna and the Big Hand Girl fight, turns out the little gas villain is actually a schoolboy, or maybe he's just a psychopathic man-child. Then again, all the villains we have seen so far seems to be younger than they actually are, and seems to be a little bit crazy in there. Then again, we all know there's nothing more dangerous than the instability mind of a child. Or am I the only one who believes that? Because I believe that nothing more dangerous in this world is an unbalanced mind of a child. And not because they don't see the right for wrong, no, because they precisely know what's right and wrong, which makes them dangerous. And this little schoolboy gas user seems to have a problem with the heroes because, well, maybe he wanted to be a hero. It's just that he feels like the rest of the world is spoiled because what they get and he's not. The fact that he even uses a gun and utilizes his gas, which is himself is not immune to, mind you, seems to hint at an inferiority complex of some sort. So the big hand girl uses her big hands, which looks simple, but their hands have a lot of power, is disperse the gas, giving Tetsu Tetsu enough time to crush the guy's masks and everything. Because when the user fired his gun, it didn't hurt the Tetsu Tetsu man because, it made him bleed, but it didn't kill him because, his skin is like steel. Unfortunately, he knocked out his mask, so he had to hold his breath. Gotta give it to Tetsu Tetsu. He has an air of manliness and in aura to never give up. So he tried to fight him even without the mask, but he was losing his breath. It wasn't until the big hand girl dispersed the gas that he could finally get a room to crush the guy, because the schoolboy gas user's quirk was apparently not only the gas is dangerous to him and to everything else, but he can see movements into the gas like it's his own sixth sense or something. And so back on the tooth guy, the jail or whatever his name was, he is putting them at the he's dominating that fight. And Shoto has a problem. He cannot use his fire magic, but we all know what happens if he overuses his ice magic. Well, ice magic, ice quirk. So Bakugo wants to fire, but if they take a burn in this gas and the wood, well, we all know what's gonna happen. But the gas is being dispersed, so I'm pretty sure he can. Shoji approaches them, revealing that Deku Midora wants to save both his friends, both Dark Shadow and Bakuga, by using... If Bakuga can use his strong explosion, he will create a strong light. We all know what happened when he faced Tokuyama that time too. The strong light actually made Dark Shadow whimper. So if he can use it now, maybe Dark Shadow can calm down. Unfortunately, Dark Shadow shows himself and crushes the cannibal superhero villain with just one attack. So one wonder. Of course, the Bakuga is not happy meeting Midora, but what's gonna happen now? We can guess. Okay, just a simple chapter this was. Again, Deku's kindness of never giving up on his friends is something I admire. And it was pretty good that we got to see Class B fighting. I mean, their quirks aren't really that bad. I think they're awesome. It's just that they're not. We're not getting much justice for them. Still mad that we're not gonna get to see my favorite two girls fight because I have a feeling we're not gonna see them fight at all. But what's gonna happen now? Well, are everybody gonna team up trying to calm down Dark Shadow? Give me your thoughts if you have any.